Hi everyone! Welcome to the third Christmas flower pencil drawing tutorial. We're drawing a poinsettia today. Do you pronounce it poinsettia or poinsettia? There seems to be some confusion about the pronunciation. In Finland, it's just called a Christmas star. I made a practice sketch with colored pencils before filming this more detailed drawing. I started the sketch for the pencil drawing with an H pencil in an A5 size sketchbook as usual, and drew a small circle in the middle for the flowers, since the little yellow ones in the middle are the actual flowers of this plant and the red and green petals are in fact both leaves. I sketched out the leaves closest to the inner circle at first and then moved on to the leaves behind them. Let's move through this initial sketch fast though, because you can't really see it anyway. I cleaned up any mistakes with a kneaded eraser, which won't produce eraser dust like a normal eraser, but it will smudge the drawing if it's dirty. So when it gets dirty, you can mold it in your hands, so you're mixing the graphite into the eraser. If you're here for the ASMR, by the way, rather than the drawing lesson, there will be a real-time version on my ASMR channel. I leave a link to the real-time Christmas flower drawing playlist so you can find it easily when it goes live. Once I was happy with the placement of the leaves in the rough sketch, I went in with a mechanical pencil to darken the outlines of the flower buds in the middle, the leaves and the stem peeking through the leaves. I used a real flower as the reference, but you don't always have to stick with the reference. You can make it more simplified or enhance some of the features, like make the ends of the leaves a bit more curvy and make sure the overall composition looks more balanced than the actual flower might be. I also left some empty space between the stem and the leaves so I can add more contrast by letting the white background show through after I've shaded around it. I didn't continue the stem under the lowest leaves since I wanted to turn this into a repeating pattern and I thought it would look nicer that way. I started shading with the hard pencil again. I prefer starting with light shading and then building it up. I used the reference flower as a model for the shading to see where the light hits the leaves. I drew the main leaf vein down the middle of the leaf and then shaded the half further away from the light completely and only shaded around the smaller leaf veins in the other half that's in the light. And for the lower leaves I shaded them all over. Then, switching to a softer 3B pencil, I went over the darkest areas again and enforced some of the outlines and leaf veins too. But not all of them, because that would make the outcome look more flat. Now there's a combination of harder and softer shading. I especially added darker shading in the leaves that are blocked by the other leaves on top of them. Can you tell that I actually drew these flowers in December last year and I have no memory of what I was actually thinking about while drawing them? I'm just looking at the video and trying to describe what it seems like I was doing. Just like the other two Christmas flowers, this drawing can be found on greeting cards and stickers and as a repeat pattern on throw blankets and pillows and more in my Redbubble shop if you want to check it out. I'll also be doing more videos about how I turn my drawings into designs for print-on-demand sites, so stay tuned for that. And again, I used the woodless graphite pencil for the darkest shading. I erased some of the leaf veins on the darker leaves with the eraser of a mechanical pencil, since you can erase quite thin lines with that. If you want to see more drawing tutorials, click on the playlist on the screen. Thanks for watching and see you next week. Bye!